Derrick Lewis, otherwise known as the Black Beast, is a knockout artist in the heavyweight division for the UFC. He's a dominant fighter in the division that has constantly gone against the odds to defeat his opponents. The Black Beast has had an incredible rise to fame, and many love him not only due to his ability inside the ring, but also his viral moments. We'll get into that and more soon. In this video, we'll go through some of the top fights that made Derrick Lewis, his lifestyle, net worth, car collection, and more. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to like and subscribe to this video to get the newest content straight to your inbox. Now let's get started. Number 1. Explosive fighter. Lewis isn't known to be the most technical fighter or someone who has a skill set that he can use to dominate his opponents. Instead, Lewis is known for his impeccable one-punch knockout power that can end fights in an instant. He's not going to try and take you down like Daniel Cormier or whittle you away slowly like a Khabib Nurmagomedov. Instead, he takes his time to patiently wait until the perfect moment. On top of his power is his tenacity and heart that Lewis shows each time he's in the ring, and another reason why fans love him. In his fight against Alexander Volkov, the Black Beast was in trouble through the majority of the fight. The length of Volkov was a bit too much in the beginning for Derrick, and he took some damage throughout the fight. Going back to the theme of the Black Beast with power and heart, Derrick carried on, moving forward and never gave Volkov a chance to finish him. Then, in the last round, 11 seconds before the end of the fight, Lewis caught Volkov with one right-handed punch that changed everything. Derrick was on his way to losing the fight with a unanimous decision 27-30 if that didn't happen. Plus, there was some bad blood during the face-off when almost 5 bodyguards had to restrain him. Check it out. Several fights later, he met up with another challenger and grappler, Alexei Oleinik, who is a Russian fighter that is aptly named the Boa Constrictor. Alexei is known for his chokes and has won the majority of his wins by submission, with wins over Mark Hunt, Anthony Hamilton, and Travis Brown. At the heavyweight division, fighters are between 205 to 265 pounds, which means once someone like Oleinik takes you down and lays on you, it's quite impossible to get back up. However, Derrick kept his composure for the majority of the fight and possible submission situation. He then came back in the second round and finished Oleinik via TKO. Here's what he said about the fight afterwards.
I was starting to tap because I was starting to goggle and scream a little bit like a little girl, so I was like, nah, I can't tap on, I couldn't go out like that.
One of his most recent fights in Curtis Blaydes, here we see Lewis meet a fighter who could grapple and fight on his feet. Blaydes has had an incredible career in the UFC with wins over other great fighters such as Alistair Overeem, Junior Dos Santos, and Mark Hunt. Blaydes has a tendency to mix up his attacks, making it hard for his opponents to predict his next move. However, for Derrick, he patiently waited until Blaydes went for his usual takedown and caught him right at the start, putting an end to the fight almost immediately. Just watch the commentator's reaction to this.
He's it, boom! On the chin, that was it. Delayed reaction, he falls down. 1, 2, 3, extra. Heavy blows.
These viral moments have made Derrick, who is a star in the heavyweight division and someone who's garnered fans from around the world. That's also led to a better lifestyle for him and his family, which was the primary reason he started fighting in the first place. Number 2. Earnings and net worth. Derrick Lewis has earned millions of dollars from his fights in the UFC. He has created memorable moments in his fights, which has also led to him being the main event of many. Here are some of his biggest purse earnings. In August of 2020 for UFC Fight Night, Lewis vs. Oleinik, the Black Beast took home $315,000. Then in his next event where he headlines against Blaydes, Lewis took home another $380,000 and the win. However, these two recent headline fights pale in comparison to when he fought against future Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier. In this title fight, Derrick Lewis earned $530,000, and although he lost the fight via submission, that's quite a big paycheck to take home. Not a bad way to continue your career in the UFC, earning hundreds of thousands of dollars per fight. Although it's estimated that Derrick is worth upwards of $3 million, this number will explode if he ends up fighting Francis Ngannou for the title. In addition, earning a high income like this has benefited him and his family, so they can live quite a good lifestyle. Number 3. Lifestyle and car collection. Being a prize fighter, and an elite one in the biggest MMA promotion, means a lifestyle that you can enjoy. Not only does Derrick Lewis provide for his family, but he also makes sure to reward himself with some nice toys as well. In addition, he's using his resources to help others in the community of Houston. One example is that in 2017, during the flooding caused by Hurricane Harvey, Derrick Lewis pulled an estimated 100 people from his lifted truck in Houston, Texas. This is a prime example of the humble nature of Lewis. Even though he probably could have stayed at home and paid someone else to do that, he chose to do it himself. Trucks are pretty common around the South, so Lewis having one of those is to be expected. However, what's not common is a twin-turbo Lamborghini Huracan. I'm not sure how a 6'3" giant who weighs 265 pounds can fit into this car given how small it looks, but I'm sure with all the money flowing in, Lewis can customize this sports car to fit him perfectly. This luxury car starts at $305,000, and to customize it, it can cost an additional $100,000 or more. Earning all this money isn't always as grand as it seems. Unfortunately, you become a target for people, both family, friends, and more. In a segment on Joe Rogan, Derrick Lewis explains how he bought his family cars, but they ended up wanting money instead and sold it.
Anything really, even the bad days, I really can't complain about it, cause it's so crazy. And now it's like I try to help a lot of my family members out, but they still trying to find ways to burn me at the end.
Your family members?
Yeah, I brought just about all of them cars, like cash cars. In less than a few months, they sold all of them. Like each of my brother and sister, my mom, they all sold their cars for the cash.
Oh no.
Yeah, and had some type of crazy excuse, but it's all good.
In 2021, Derrick Lewis has made headline news when he caught a thief trying to break into his car. He made several posts on social media saying that he knocked out the guy and also apprehended him until the police came. Let's just say trying to steal an elite fighter's car is one of the dumbest things you can do, especially the way this guy tried to. Derrick is now on his way to an interim title fight and possibly will fight for the heavyweight title soon. Are you excited for his fights against top contenders such as Cyril Gane? Do you think he'll be able to overcome the technical skill set of these elite fighters? Plus, what would you do with $3 million if that was your net worth? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to Knockout TV. We appreciate the support, and the growth of this channel has been incredible. Remember to like and subscribe for more content that we'll have coming out soon. Have a great day and see you next time on the channel.